Individuals that I have met in my lifetime, and here to share his story, and for myself, once again, and for you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a nice round of applause to Corey Ballard and Duke. Corey, come on out. I won't hit your mic this time, Gordy. How you doing, Corey?
Good, how are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Have a seat.
Thank you.
This is Duke right here. Say hi, Duke.
Yeah, everybody.
No, this isn't stupid pet tricks. Don't, whatever. How you doing, Corey?
Doing good?
Good to see
I
you.
guess Duke's a little camera shy, huh?
Just a little bit.
Well,
Showing the wrong side.
Keeping an eye on Corey. Welcome to the show. Shake your hand here.
Thank you very much.
Now, you are a student here at UW-Whitewater.
Yep.
And you're a sophomore.
Yep.
And you graduated from Guanaco High School.
Yes, I did.
Class 97.
Yes.
I'm so sorry you had to go to school with Dave.
Corey and I graduated from high school in the same year in Guanaco, which isn't too far away.
Yep.
So tell me, why do you want to come here to Whitewater?
Well, it was pretty close to home, so I can still go home if I need to or want to. And Whitewater's got a pretty good campus, so when I was doing some research, it was pretty good for handicap accessibility.
Okay.
That's what I was told.
And we haven't mentioned this at all, but the reason why Duke's out here is because you are legally blind.
Yes, I am.
Now, when did this all happen? Have you been blind since birth, or was this a...
No, it happened in my 7th grade year. Okay. I started seeing some black streaks and dots in my vision. Didn't really think much of it, just thought it would go away. It started to progress, and actually my left eye went totally black.
In junior high school?
Yes, and then decided that it was probably about time to go to the eye doctor.
That's a pretty good indicator. Once you lost vision, something is wrong.
Yes, it was a little too late. I guess I should have went a little earlier than that, but went to the eye doctor, and my retina's detached. My left one, yes.
Okay.
And it was 3/4 detached at the time. They tried to save it by performing laser surgery, but since it was 3/4 detached, they couldn't do anything. They reattached it, but I still have no vision out of it.
What about your right eye?
And then through a year later in 8th grade, my right eye also, the retina's detached. Back in 7th grade, they tried to do some preventive surgeries on it to make sure that the right eye wouldn't do the same thing, but they didn't do too well on it because it did. So they did a couple. I've had 12 surgeries altogether to try to fix it. It worked and it didn't work. I mean, I'm legally blind, but yet I can still see light and colors.
So can you see me right now? I mean, if you didn't know my voice and you didn't know I was here, would you be able to tell?
I would be able to tell you're there, but I wouldn't know who you are because you just look like a blob. No offense to you personally.
You're not the first person.
No, I was just going to say that.
Don't clap.
But yeah, I mean, I would know somebody or something was there, but not know. I can't make out any details. It's too blurry because I had to take the lens out of my right eye. So.
So I'm kind of interested about Duke. How long have you had him?
I got him between my junior and senior year of high school. So it's been now 3 years since I've had him. I had to travel out to New Jersey and stayed out there for a month and trained with him.
Oh, that's cool. And are you going to keep him forever, or?
He usually works for about 10 years, and then they retire him. And then you can either choose to keep him as a pet and then get another dog, or you can send him back to the Seeing Eye, and they'll send him to a nice home, good 4-H family.
I don't know if I read this in the Royal Purple or what, but I guess recently they did a survey, and they said that UW-Whitewater was the most accessible for handicapped students. Would you agree with that, or?
On some aspects I would, and on some I wouldn't. One main problem for me is Braille. There's
not a lot of Braille on campus,
huh? Hire has Braille.
Well, that's the new building. Exactly.
I have one class in Hire, which doesn't do me too good.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I've made a few phone calls trying to get the campus going, and I've gotten run around.
And when you say Braille, you mean on the actual room numbers?
Yes, on the room, yeah, so that I know which room is which. I've gotten some runaround answers that it costs too much or that they're trying, but it's been 2 years now.
How many blind students are on campus here, including you?
If I'm not mistaken, I am the only legally blind student. I believe there's a few low vision, but I believe I'm the only legally blind student here.
Okay.
So what do you do in terms of, like, textbooks? Can you get them in Braille, or?
They offer textbooks on Braille, or you can also get them on cassette, audio cassette. I choose to get them in audio cassette because my Braille skills are lacking. So,
Play too many cards at night.
Yeah, I can read cards just fine.
Oh, see?
But yeah, the books to Braille one book, like a normal book for you guys, it would take about 6 of those, of normal size books.
Wow.
Braille is so large that it gets a little cumbersome, and so I usually choose audio cassette because you can, lay back in your bed and absorb the information.
It's a little tough to tote those around, too,
Yeah, definitely.
What's your overall routine like every day?
I usually get up around noon. I get up, take a shower, go to class. Sometimes I'll stop at Warhawk to get some lunch, or go to Drumlin or whatever I choose to do that day. I live pretty normal life like everybody else.
Can you see movies at all? Can you go to see a movie?
Sure.
Or?
I went and saw Matrix over the weekend. I haven't decided on that. I think we might talk about that later, maybe.
We can talk about it now. Now, obviously, because you can't see the screen, you listen to the plots more. Because, I mean, is that you pick up on things that...
Yeah, I usually get a pretty good grasp of the movie. Sometimes I pick up on things that people miss because they're too busy, watching the special effects or
making
something
out,
else.
sleeping.
Yeah, something like that. So, I usually, pick up on some things, and I usually, if you sit back sometime and maybe, watch a movie with your eyes closed, you probably pick up a lot. You really do.
What'd you think of Matrix? I mean, because you got to concentrate in the plot more than the special effects. I mean,
I don't know.
give it your review, Siskel.
I'm torn. I don't know.
Really?
I'm thinking maybe like one thumb up, one thumb down kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. The basis of the plot, the story was pretty good. It was pretty unique, but I don't know, the acting, I don't know. I know Kung Fu.
That's what I'm not going to go there. For those of you just tuning in, we're talking with Corey Ballard, who's a sophomore here at Whitewater. What's your major? What's your plans for the future?
Sociology, criminal justice emphasis.
Okay.
I've done a couple interns through different places, public defenders, parole and probation, and haven't decided yet exactly what I'm going to do. Something in the criminal justice field.
Have the students been pretty responsive? I mean, you haven't heard anything about them, or, any experiences of them coming up to Duke or anything and, petting him when he's working or anything like that? You haven't had any bad experiences, have you?
No, I haven't had any bad experiences at all. Mostly people just want to come up and talk to him. Just pet him and say, what a nice dog, and I just stand there while they pet the dog. But one thing is you can't pet him. I usually make that clear just so everybody knows. But yeah, most people just want to see the dog, and I think I might be invisible sometimes to some people, but
well, like I said,
I get used to it.
They're so used to seeing squirrels all the time that, a dog is actually something decent,
So I get used to it, though.
Do you have any problems taking them anywhere? I mean, have you ever had a business, give you a hard time about bringing Duke in with you, or?
No, usually everybody's so excited just to see a dog, and I think most of them have figured out that it's, it is a seeing eye dog,
right,
and not just somebody's pet. So they are really responsive. I've had a couple people, you can't take a dog in here. I'll say, oh, it's a seeing eye dog. And they say, oh, I'm very sorry, but, he's more than welcome in here, so.
Well, that's good.
No cane, huh? You decided to ditch the cane.
Well, I used a cane for, since when I started freshman year of high school. I just couldn't use a cane. I couldn't get used to it. I think that it made me stand out in a crowd. A dog does too, but it's a different, nobody comes up and says, that's a nice looking cane you have there, and can I pet your cane?
Woo.
So, yeah. So, I chose a dog. They have a lot of advantages. Icebreaker, people come up and talk to you, you build conversations, friendships on that. They're a lot more, if I'm walking down the street and there's a hole in the middle of the sidewalk, like our nice Whitewater campuses.
Yeah, it's like Lebanon out there.
Exactly. I almost fell in a couple holes, but they'll navigate around it and not just, a cane will just hit it and just stop, and, the dog will navigate.
And then you'll go in after it.
Exactly. You drop your cane in there and you
crap.
So, yeah.
You're stuck. Well, I'll tell you what, we're talking once again with Corey. When we return from this quick infomercial, the band Glee is right around the corner, as well, Ask Amy. So stick around. Late Night in Whitewater. We'll be right back.
Disorder is an illness involving your body, mood, and thoughts. It affects the way you eat and sleep, the way you feel about yourself, and the way you think about things. Without treatment, symptoms can last for weeks, months, or years. Depression. Don't fight it alone. For health and counseling appointments, call 472-1300, 472-1305.
Welcome back, everybody. Glad you're with us here on Cable 6. We're talking with Corey Ballard. Amy, you had something that you wanted to...
Well, I was going to ask, does Duke ever get to have just be a dog, or is he always, on duty?
No, when I take his harness off, which is the part that I hold on to, then he has, he's off duty more or less when that's off, and he's just a normal dog, runs around, causes trouble. So
Well, he's a dog.
exactly,
What are you gonna do?
that's exactly what he is.
I don't know,
a
he's
dog.
probably much more well-behaved than my cat. So.
And so, I'll tell you what, Corey, is there anything that you want to tell the students and people of Whitewater, like any messages at all from your
I
point
have
of
to
view?
convince them to come out on Thursday at 5 o'clock to watch the Fricker Fatties play soccer.
Oh,
That's my team, the Fricker Fatties.
That's your
I
team?
named the team, so they got to come out. It's intramural soccer, so come out and cheer us on.
will do. I'll tell you what, Corey, thanks a lot for being here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Corey
it.
Ballard,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Give him a nice round of applause. Well, wait, stay here for a sec.
All right.
Tell you what, ladies,
That's
it's time for Ask Amy. Amy, I'll take care of Corey right here. Hey,
Oh,
Duke.
no, I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Yes, sure. Go ahead. Bye, Duke.
All right. Well, I have no idea what anybody's going to ask me today.
Yeah, they've had 2 weeks to...
2 weeks to think about it, and
Does anybody have any questions for Amy?
oh, okay. Go on up.
Not everybody at once.
They're just making me a little nervous today.
Hi, Amy.
Hey.
I was just wondering, you know how finals are coming up? Well, I'm not really ready for mine. Should I skip them?
Well, that's not the right attitude. You really need to try harder. And if you can't do that, just remember my motto. If you're not cheating, you're truly not trying. Any other questions? Anybody else?
Well, I've been trying to study for my geometry final, and I don't think I'm going to be able to even get an A. Do you think I should just not go? What would you think I should do?
Well, usually I try and meet with my professors, and all I have to do is cry for a few minutes, and then I put out. It also works for speeding tickets. So, just a little hint for you guys.
That explains the straight A's.
Shut up, Dave. All right, somebody else?
Amy, I've been cheating on my girlfriend, and I'm starting to feel guilty about it.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. My advice to you is not to worry, because it's not truly cheating if you don't get caught.
Whoa!
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks, John Lennon.
Oh, Jesus, it's Frank.
How's it going, Amy? My little sweet apple.
Can we get this over with?
Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. I was daydreaming, I guess. I was just undressing you with my eyes, I guess I could say. But I heard someone say about cheating. So, I heard cheating. Maybe it's about time for me and you to hook up, huh? Me,
Frank,
you, hook up.
it's not me doing the cheating, and I think security once again needs to take you out of here.
Oh, that's all right. Amy, I like your pockets.
Thanks, Frank. Hey, always a fresh breath of air, but he's really starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah.
I think we have time for one last question. Does anybody have another question? Alrighty.
Hi, Em. I've been trying to drop a few pounds lately, and I've been cheating on my diet. What can I do?
Okay, well, first get a piece of paper and write this down. You first binge, and then you purge. Binge and purge. And you keep doing that till you reach your designated weight, or you die. So, those are your options, I think.
Great.
But, hey, I really don't write them, you guys. Sorry.
No.
But I think